Alright, Saturday afternoon, kind of late. I've been doing housework, so work on the house, not housework. But I did come out here last night and do some grinding. Remember how that Bondo was cracked? Bondo Bill didn't do a very good job right there. I don't know what kind of Bondo that is, but it's kind of gooey stuff. And I sanded some rust up here, which I need to do more of. So I'm going to paint the old girl. Alright, I'm going to get after it. Alright. Here's a couple things I discovered. One, it has a red mirror on it. It's funny, you have a car this long and then learn stuff about it. Evidently that was knocked off in that minor collision in the shop at the dealers. This dent right here, that wasn't from that. That was from me. But I'm not going to talk about it. But I did have to buy a mailbox, and I got everything ground off here. We got a little rusty and some streaky spots, so I kind of ground that out where the Bondo had cracked, and then they didn't do a very good job pulling the dent out there. Looks like we might have another one there. So that stud gun, that's just the thing. Yes, sir. All right, now it's Sunday. Got a midday. Did a little Bondo work yesterday. If you'll recall, the side was all cracked, and I don't know what kind of Bondo they used, but it wasn't very good stuff. And so I'm going to get that quarter shaped up today, hopefully. And I got to fix this door. Got that to do. And we'll see how far we get. This isn't something that you can do a lot of video in on, but let's see what I can do here. Alright, the trick to being effective in and getting bodywork done in a timely fashion is to multitask. So what we had done here is we spread a little more Bondo. Seems like you never get done doing that. And then while that's setting up, we're going to remove the insulation under the hood so we can remove the little finners there, or fins, or whatever they are that don't work, and get them out of the way so we can. This hood has some hail damage, and I know you saw hail on it in a video before, but I ain't so sure it's all from that. I think it had hail damage from when I lived in an apartment somewhere over in a good part of town. See, this is what gets your old cars. Look at here. There's debris from a mouse or something trying to live up behind the hood insulation. This is what kills them a lot of times, but don't look like this one's killed. So I guess we can proceed and remove the little air things that don't serve any purpose apparently, because they don't go plumb through the hood. But that's the way it was in the 80s. Foo-for-all that didn't work. That's also true when you're in your 80s. Alright, I know some of you who've had young teenagers, and sometimes you wonder, does anything I'm teaching sink in? Well, here just a minute ago, the boy surprised me. I was trying to figure out how to get these out, and I didn't know, but I had to pee, so I disappeared for a little bit, and then when I come back, he's like, "Oh, Dad, I figured this out. All you gotta do is stick them in there and pop them out," and it was real easy. So I felt like a big dodo brain, and so I guess video games do pay off. But no, they don't. Oh, look, I got one side of the hood, the clear coat off, and the little rusty spots I found under it cleaned up. The young man helped me out with that a little bit. Must be in that fender bender in the shop. They had to replace the mirror. I got My door almost fixed. This is a little bit of a challenge here, getting that body line just right. Almost got her, but I gotta quit. You know, it's Sunday afternoon, and I sometimes will cook a steak or something like that, and I'm thinking I might need to get cleaned up. Look, I'm just like that DD Speed Shop guy, well, except for the hair. It's a lovely Saturday morning. Nice and brisk, like 50 degrees out there. And I got some new toys. I got one of them. And I got one of them, an 8-inch mud hog. And I got that to try and sand this rust off the roof here. You know, it looks like, it looked kind of, you saw it before, it looked rusty, and then I sanded it some and got into the what looked like the primer, but there's rust underneath it. So I'm going to try to sand that off. I don't really want to sandblast, you know, because it makes such a mess. I got that quarter. I got to do a little more sanding on it. I think so. And I got to finish sanding the paint off the hood. But it's coming around. First though, I need to clean off my workbench, don't I? Alright, as sometimes happens, I haven't hit a lick on this car since I had the camera on last. I did clean up the workbench, and then I went to the store, the paint store. There's 550 bucks in that box right there. Good grief, and it ain't McNuggets. I keep getting distracted with other stuff, but I have managed to sand as much of this rust off as I can, and I'm going to, it's pitted worse than I thought. Well, it's not really pitted, but it's covered. So I think I'm going to put some Ospo on it and see how that works out. I've never tried this before, but I've heard it's just a thing, so I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. Alright, it's on there. Let's see what happens. Alright, now what I gotta do is spread a thin layer of Bondo on the hood because the thing's full of hail dents. I did get all the clear coat off, which is a bit of an endeavor. So I'm gonna work on that, I guess. Alright, I think that's all you're getting out of me today. Sorry folks, the video ain't been too good, but I don't know. Heart's just not in the air lately, but we'll be back at it, and I gotta get this car painted. I done bought the paint and everything. I even bought them stickers. We got the little guy busy scuffing the wheels up. The lovely Mrs. Heavy Chevy's finishing touch up, and I'm gonna quit dinking around here. Maybe. I swear I like that blue. Anyway, I'm gonna go build an exhaust. Or finish building it.
Splish splash! Your dad's giving his car a bath.